Okay guys, as you can see, I have now loaded the GoPro 6 into the adapter for the ZHIYUN 4 Smooth. And so that's this whole plated system here. And it can only go in one way. So the problem is, you would normally hold this and control your phone with these buttons and your thumb. However, the GoPro is not connected to the ZHIYUN Smooth in any way. So if this plate could be reversed, that would be the best, because now you got to hold this handle backwards like this, and there are two buttons here that you may use, which are the quick button, and this bottom one allows you to follow. So wherever you tilt, your angle will follow. So you could use those with the GoPro, even though you wouldn't use the rest of these buttons. But the problem is you're holding it backwards. So is it worth buying one of these for $15? So I guess my question is, do we need to spend $15 on this plate when you could mount the GoPro just in here and have it facing this way anyway? This is what happens if you try to connect the GoPro the proper way to face it forward. You can't slide this bar over any further because the GoPro hits against here. So, not a well-designed... The plate would need to be that much longer for this to work. Just, it doesn't work, guys. I can't recommend buying the plate, because you can put your GoPro right in here and have it facing the wrong way without a plate. So why bother paying for the plate? And no, there's no way to turn this to mount it vertically. The GoPro does not fit in here turned vertically, and then this again doesn't extend down far enough, hits on here, so you can't get counterbalanced that way either. We could just mount the GoPro in here. The motors are on and stabilizing it right now. It's not a perfect balance when you put it in there, but it is working. The only thing is, again, you got to hold this in reverse. And you can't see the screen on the back of the GoPro. You don't have access to your power button really, but you do have access to your record button. So if you preset everything up and you just want to record, you can turn this on, the GoPro, just by pushing this and it will record. Push it again and it shuts the camera off when you're done. So you could use this without the plate. So either way, guys, it's going to be backwards. I've already ordered the plate and I have it here. I might as well just keep it because I find it does balance a little tiny bit better, and you can still see the screen, and you have access to the power button and the record button on the top. Not a big deal, but guys, you can use the ZHIYUN Smooth 4 with the GoPro without a plate, and they're both about the same amount of crappy. So maybe you want to save 15 bucks. Well, I'm just dying to try out the new gimbal, guys, but it's the weather has not been very kind. Poured rain on me earlier when I threw the GoPro in here, and now it's dark. You can see the fall colors are just starting, so over the next week or two, I am going to be living in the bush. This is where I make my money doing all my photography, is this time of year. Wildlife and colors, and this is it. This is the big season coming up, so I'm hoping to get a bit of video stuff done as well, and hopefully the new gimbal will be part of that. This is about the 6th attempt that I've made to do this little segment here. I'm finding the ZHIYUN software annoying. I'm trying to switch between autofocus and manual focus so that I can lock focus on my face with the little spin wheel. It's actually nice that you can spin and lock it in right away, but there's no focus peaking for one, so you can't really tell what's in focus and what isn't unless you have fairly good eyesight, which I do, but it'd be nice if it was highlighted. Secondly, every time I push record and stop the recording, it switches back to the zoom mode. So then you got to manually go back to autofocus and reset it up each time. And 3 times when I pressed the record button, once I finally had my focus locked where I wanted it, the software froze. And I had to restart GZHIYUN software. And when I did, then they were coming up showing me all these ads and things before I could get it to connect again. And I'm just frustrated trying to catch the last little bit of light. And here I am messing around with software going, no, I don't want to see that. No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Just connect to my phone, please, before I run out of time. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the $18 software. I wish I could remember the name of it. I just looked it up again today. It is, I'll put it on the screen right here, the name of it, and we're going to go ahead and spend the 18 bucks. I know that it has focus peaking. I know you can lock focus just by touching on the screen. You can lock exposure, and I don't know, hopefully it's worth a shot for 18 bucks. I don't care. It's got to be better than this stuff.